map.
This was the confusing right here. So I get down low and I'm kind of in cover, and then I get popped here in just a second by an invisible tank from behind. It's the Covenanter, I think, but
Yeah.
he doesn't really get lit until he already dumps his clip, which confused me.
It's probably because there's a bush there, but aside from that,
Right there.
there's actually some fighting going on in the north, so Hazard, Lobster try and take on Rager, and actually get a little bit of damage on him, while Stopper in the north, way over there, gets to his forward position while no one's looking. And then Millard, you go down, because Covenanter gets you. I try and take that on, but, and then also we have Rager, I think, trying to get shots. There he goes.
That's gotta hurt.
Really good free damage. That really helped me in our fight against this guy. I don't take him on point, but Savagey comes in. But at the same time, the shots up north, and then the guys up north on War's team start moving up and getting a little antsy because they realize they have the advantageous position.
User left your channel.
And then here comes Canaduck on down. Rager gets out of his position, moves on towards me, because he realizes I am cut off alone and need backup. Of course, I don't think War notices all that much, and these guys get to do their thing.
Yeah, there was a concern that Panzer III would have seen me, but he never moved up far enough to see me.
User left your channel.
He just kind of stayed back. And there's Lobster goes down to Derp.
It bounced off. Ricochet.
The tank advantage. We bled so much HP. And we get some...
He's gone. Find another target.
Which I won't spoil.
Yeah. Right now, though, Canaduck probably could have taken all of us on if he tried. Like, if he turned his moves on, he probably could have taken each of us out, because he could have one-shot me, ram-shot any one of us, and then on the last one, it would have been even... He probably would have still had more health than the rest of us.
The truck. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely.
At this point, we try and get up on him, but we each know that he could one-shot us if he gets a good shot. And so far, Canaduck, I think the whole time, he actually does get some really nice hits off in the T-50. Just the whole time, he just gets good hits on the move, just any time. So he's actually pretty good at the T-50. I think he does a very good job this whole tournament. We lose the rest of our guys in the north, so it's just the three of us left, which means inevitably that Panzer and the M8A1 are coming to kill us. And we really don't have the health to take them on.
The M8A1 on the North Dopper really saves that for him, because Crimson Corsair is actually set up to blap their PZ3 with his Hetzer, because the PZ3 bounced his derp shell. However, the M8A1 was up with half a second to spare.
We're done for.
And
Everyone get out.
Really just does a good job.
Yeah, Rager gets out of position there. The T-50 overwatching gets a kill, and then I go down because I get greedy, and then at this point it's pretty over because Hazard comes in, and then between Hazard and Canaduck, there's not really much we could have done to stop them. It would have required them to mess up pretty badly, and that is game 2 from that side. So we're gonna go game 2 from my side.
User left your channel.
Same round, same setup. This is round 2. At 2 times speed. At this point I'm like full gold loadout. I don't want to risk it. I'm not gonna watch from my view.
My part's coming up. Come on.
Come on! Yeah!
Oh, that was so bad.
That big teddy bear you hear in the background is Cyber and Loyalist.
Alright, so I spot SAO. Fuck it. so we know they have 2 down in the south. But I really don't give that that TD much credit. It's kind of out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, the TV doesn't really seem to help him in any of the games, I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind
What's
of
interesting?
a useless tank, isn't it? Well,
What's
we
interesting
make it
is
cool.
that we had started our Samoa camping base just like that for the first few rounds. And then we faced a team that forced us to sort of bring that up in an assault TD manner. And we basically stuck with it. I think that was on Thursday night maybe. And that probably was actually the turning point for us, is that we brought the Samoa into play in a combat role.
Well, otherwise it's kind of useless, and you're just, throwing a tank out that you might as well have been using in the first place. But, yeah. When I get spotted a second ago, I was actually hoping to get shots on their Samoa, but when the Covenanter shows up, I realize I'm not going to be able to do that, so I just run away. Now you get really messed up here. I just keep playing, knowing that I should stay down. Millard, unfortunately, too aggressive.
Yes. And no 6th sense on my Covenanter. Most of us, besides Rookhill, didn't have 6, and unfortunately kind of paid for it, so...
Although, I need 6th sense as a scout.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very important. Especially in a tournament when someone else is... With a Samoa running around, T50 can't afford not to have it.
User left your channel.
I get
Looks like that one went right through.
poor play and a little bit of bad luck, but primarily just poor play, and that's too bad.
I decided to get out of the way of the Samoa because I do not want to be down there with him.
6 to track.
And
Let's
so,
roll.
after having to take on R and all of his spamminess, I decided it's time to hide instead of go to base. And I think I can stay back here for a minute. T50 will run by and go to cap. But no, the T50 is not going to cap. And he spots me, unfortunately. Now we take on the Samoa.
Ricochet.
Which actually goes really well, honestly.
Well, taking on Samoa does, but unfortunately, we don't get to group up
User
on
left your
T50.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their PZ3 in the middle, it locks that down pretty effectively.
Well, I'm wondering how best we could have taken on the T50, because the thing is, he had the high ground, but if we'd rushed him, maybe we would have lost someone, but at the same time, we might have also jumped on him and put out enough damage to kill him, between an M5 and a T50, especially with the way these Tier 4 fights can go. One bounce and the accuracy of these guns on the move. You could really, really get messed up.
I think next time he would bring you through the J...
Enemy is hit.
5-6 squares.
Bail out.
It's kind of where you
This
are
vehicle
now.
is
Do
hacking.
that earlier and force him to react.
Yeah, well,
with multiple prong attack.
they pick up the second round, so now we go to the third round, which, where we're trying to turn it around here.
Hey, wake up.
Don't bug me. Scrubs. Anyway, if you guys have comments on the stream, you can always say them. So for this round, let's see. This should be the third round. So... Still same setup.
Let's get this show on the road.
As for spawns, they're all fine. Except for Gillen, of course.
Gillen manages horrible spawn 90% of the time.
Yeah. Just about. I start asking for a free shot into the blind bushes because every single time I'm up there I keep seeing them. Right there in that, what is it? I see Canaduck over there in his little blind spot getting free shots. And it bothers me. So... usual spots. People getting into position. Hazard and a PZ3. And then we lose Cybran again on his way out. Poor guy, doesn't stand a chance. They get into position fast enough, and we're gonna decide after that it's not worth it to go out there if we're just gonna lose a tank for it.
Yeah,
If you-
Riverblood's a great job doing that, honestly.
Hmm.
If you notice, though, it was Samoa that killed him, so they kind of picked up on the fact that their Samoa was being quite useless, so
We
they
nailed them
shifted him
back.
further up.
Yeah, which made him actually effective, and in this case, kills Cybran. Poor Cybran. But we got Rhaegar getting
They're hit.
great shots again on R.
Looks like that one went right through.
A little bit longer track, and he would have been completely dead. But I try and sneak around, you see there, and it doesn't work, so run away.
I think I hop up here. I try to draw him up. Looks like he's crossing, and ended up mirroring him, actually.
Hmm.
In the oh-so-slow Covenanter trying to support you.
There's Doppler out in the open, and he gets taken down. I don't know what exactly Doppler was doing out there. I think he thought he could shoot from cover without being spotted, but some of us actually had some equipment for spotting that you yelled for, and he gets picked up because, well, he's only at about
User joined your
330
channel.
meters, so that's how that goes.
Post any stream? What is this nonsense?
Shh.
User was moved out of your channel. User left your channel.
Soon, Meso. We'll be doing pubs later, but for now, tournament in review. We play it pretty slow right now, and we've taken on the Covenanter between Millard and myself. At this point, Canada, I think, has retreated. The north side is playing it nice and slow. We traded 1-for-1 on the north. Both of our M8A1s are down. They've lost a Covenanter. We've gotten a nice fight that went our way. And Millard's taken a little bit, but I actually haven't taken much of any damage in that fight. And we've got Gillen is down to 7%. He's taken a really bad hit from Doppler. And there's Canadac again in the mid, and Rhaegar gets into position to try and get shots on Canadac.
Your
But,
channel was edited.
Millard moves up, and then Lobster comes in. Really bad timing from Millard because he's pretty much dedicated himself to a fight now.
User joined your channel.
And Rhaegar gets shots over here, starts trading with Canadac. Canadac
The
returns
turret is
fire.
jammed.
And here comes Lobster in. He fights Millard. I have to try and back him up, but it's not going to go all that well. North side begins pushing themselves up because they realize that the enemy has actually dedicated a lot of guys. Hazard, Lobster, and Canada are all over there in the south, where we have 4 guys north, and they will only have 2. So we have an overmatch right now, and we start working with that. But Crimson gets a nice shot on their Samoa, and then we get Rhaegar to reposition. Canadac, in the meantime, has actually, between him and, what was it, Hazard, took on Millard and me, finished us off. And so Canadac
User
starts moving into the
disconnected from your
backfield.
channel.
Rhaegar gets into position, starts getting free shots at Canadac because he goes uphill, but misses them. So then they're going to be dedicated to a fight.
User joined your channel.
At this point, I think Lobster will be coming in on Rhaegar, and the north has pretty much been cleaned up. So, Rhaegar gets a nice one shot on Lobster, backs off. Of course, someone else has to be coming in soon. And the north guys, just like the last round, are going to be coming in and finishing off the last 2 tanks. So, slows down for just a second because there's nobody spotting anyone. Everyone's dark.
At this point, from our perspective... Excuse me, looks like you're talking.
Nope.
At this point, from our perspective, or at least from my perspective as FC, my one concern is the speed cap. So I'm trying to get all my tanks bundled together here in the middle of the map, and then what we'll end up doing, you'll see this, is we push Rager up forward to their base. We end up dumping everybody down once we get guys spotted, but my only concern is not tank versus tank. We have plenty of HP for that. It's just, did they maybe sneak through the J-row when we didn't have tanks on top anymore? But as we see, get this spot right there, it becomes clear. No, they don't. And
Punch
we let
right
Ranger
through
go
their
to work.
armor. Enemy is hit.
There we go. And this will be the match pretty much. Of course, Hazard could take both of you on, and Rhaegar's a one-shot. Z-Slayer